Hello there, and welcome back to episode 37 of Season 2 of the Savage Lands. We're back with more goblin murdering, more deep mining, and most importantly, I'm going to bring up a epic statuary today. So I was fetching up diorite statues the last time, and I figured that today is the day that we're actually going to put them to a good use. So I figured we're going to make us like this. This is a purely decorational hall that I'm going to announce as a meeting hall once we're done with that. So it can be used for whoever wants to go through the statuary, you know? There we go. So that's going to be something where we're going to spend some time today and ogle at the past, while I'm going to continue here with my never-ending endeavor to breach through the layers that yield adamantine. But I gotta say, today we got really good news because we're working towards goodness here. I sadly don't know what's behind that corner here. That's a little bit sad. So we're going to have to do the good old engraving trick here. Alright, it's not reachable, that's why the command doesn't get locked in. So we also recently started to make us... Oh, we're being sieged, give me a sec. We're also recently started making us little shafts with water and magma. So, let's see. We're being sieged. That's gonna be fun, right? So, do we have military around? Yeah, we do. So, I think even, yeah, Devil Twisted. So, we rampaged through out Devil Twisted. Sadly, that means we didn't destroy the place again. Well, there's two places here that have a very low amount of population, but they seem to be very resilient and hellbent on resisting any attempts of mine to be destroyed. I don't know what the hell's going on with these fellas. So, we got a small force of darkness here arriving again. So, I'm going to do business as usual with these. We're going to station our grizzled war veterans and see what they'll do. You know, most of these are actually masters in their trade, so I don't think that these gobs will stand too much of a chance there. So, first goblins say hi to our beak dog army that I have allocated up here, but it is quite important that I take a second look. Yeah, it's just another assortment of archers, so I'm not too worried about that. This is mainly good to increase the kill count on these squadrons, but beyond that, not much of a big threat. So we have a few people still fighting. That's only them getting back on their feet or retching or vomiting or stuff like that. So here we go. Oh, we of course should remove this, or at least pause this. So let's draw that over this area and remove this area. Beautiful, isn't it? This way we can just adjust however we need it. Another siege. So yeah, this is the new style of the attacks. You know, it's like the forces of evil are trying to coordinate their attacks. I mean, it does make some cruel sense even, because you know we are waging war against the entire Goblin South, so it only makes sense that they're joining forces to stop us. I think that that's what I'd do as well, in all honesty. But well, I don't think that they will be more successful than the one that came before them. So, got a few snatchers. My military does take forever to catch them. But here, siege has been broken, so let's send our dudes home. Yeah. So, did something go into our traps? No. Okay. Probably should do one more thing here. This is probably really a good idea. Let's do this. So we're going to put up all this stuff first off into the trash can, and then we're going to construct ourselves yet another little nice corridor here. Just enough to slap in a couple of cage traps so enemies don't have as much of an easy time to get into my base, you know? These are quite helpful because currently enemies could avoid that corridor by just going this way. I think this is going to be a quite nice way of dealing with the current situation. Okay, so let's see. We got that here. Oh yeah, I just wanted to adjust my pond. Alright, let's see if that works, you know? Let's see if that works. So it seems as if we need much more water for those larger bodies, but in all honesty, it seems to work nevertheless, you know? So, well, I don't mind. Let's take this as a patience thing, you know? So, let's also start constructing us some glass floor here. Again. So I can make sure that it's not gonna be a deadly mistake to tunnel down here. Let's do this like that. And let's see where that'll lead us. So with the attackers fought back, we're now going to destroy this place. Less than 10 people, 3 squads should be finally really enough, okay? I'm out of, I'm tired of your excuses, you know? So let's see, do we maybe need an extra spot there so they can dump the water there? Because I really want to experiment more with the variety, with the option to just, you know, get rid of that stuff this way. Oh yeah, and there was this other convenient thing here. So here's open space. We need to cover that. So what I do notice already is that, oh, let's keep placing walls when I mean floors. I don't know why. What I do notice quite a lot is that the new staircase is getting things done much faster. Okay, this looks like a solid floor, so we can just go here downstairs one more time. And another Forgotten Beast. Another episode, another Forgotten Beast. A great hairy leech with a shell. Square shell. Bloated body. Poisonous sting. And it's actually on my floor this time. Curses. So we have to shut down shop for now. I mean, this sounds like one of these monsters that actually can be quite easily beaten by my military by themselves. Honestly. Goblin Bard. So, well, he's also a talented poet, so he's probably really a bard. Who knows? But I also see that the total amount of magma here is slowly receding. That's brilliant. Alright, so let's keep going with this. This is working out really brilliantly. So let's rip out the glass floor here. Alright. The improves on the infrastructure here did a wondrous job. So let's get back to the city for a moment. So this room here is supposed to be our statuary. So I want to do some more beautiful flooring here for that regard. Let's see. Can we actually do something like that? Yeah. So, let's see. Dirt. Rhyolite. Oh, well. We're going to use Rhyolite here. It's probably not the fanciest of floors, but it's gonna do the trick, you know. So. This will be then, of course, all smoothed out, but I want to be going for that after the floor has been placed down. It's gonna be much less of a hassle there. Okay. So, well, with the current tempo, we're going to take much longer than I like it, so we're going to adjust this zone a little bit more. Or tell you what, I think it is foolish from me to have this all in one zone. If I remember correctly, one zone, one job. So basically I'm slowing myself down here. If I want to make this as fast as possible, I need as many zones as possible, basically. So, here we go. So that should help out. A human caravan has arrived. Well, I don't feel like trading. And we are also eligible to place down some glass flooring here. Finally, you know. This is finally giving us a opportunity to check out what's there, you know. Okay. So I guess the statuary is keeping the city just damn busy. Or I hope so, at least. So let's see. My fortress is moving very, very slow all of a sudden. I wonder how that came together. So, I mean, we don't have any extreme extra amounts of people in here. I wonder if this pasture here is starting to be an issue here, or if the sheer amount of beak dogs has turned into a problem. So let's see. Probably we need to get rid of a couple of these beak dogs. They have become a few too many, I think. So let's. Okay. I think this will help a lot because, in all honesty, we don't have a good opportunity to get rid of them here. I mean, I could just let them fight against the beast down there, but at the same time, I don't feel like this is a too useful thing to do. Ah, yeah, here we go. The statuary is finally being built. There we go. I figured that the statuary would be really, really nice in the vicinity of the graveyard, you know? We got the Halls of the Fallen here, and then there's the statuary to check out the glorious heroes of the past. Really like the idea of that. We probably should use a bit more bling in terms of flooring, but yeah, you know. I'm not gonna judge here about what I'm doing. So, another thing that we could use is a fortification to look through this. Alright, I'm pretty sure that lowering the total amount of beak dogs will help a lot on this map. So probably I need to tell my military to stop plundering that much. So here we go. That thing has been removed. So this actually works out amazing. I like it. So we can now also construct more flooring here. I wonder if I can already issue a building job on top of magma. I literally don't have a clue. But what's absolutely for sure, we can now rip out the glass flooring in these areas. We don't need it anymore. And that's really, really good news. Alright, so let's just see if we can't speed up this fortress by slaughtering quite a lot of the livestock here, you know? I'm going to keep the ones that are somewhat useful. Llamas and those, but I mean, sure, we could also put the chickens to some use. We could produce eggs, but honestly, I don't feel like doing so. I somehow feel as if this fortress is suffering from all these animals here more than it's profiting, you know? I mean, look at this list. There's just so many. And we got to neuter all these pets there. I mean, by this point, I cannot even fathom how many beak dogs I have scrolled past. So probably I'll be better preparing a new butcher's shop because, you know, this one might be just out of business, might be just overburdened by that, you know. There we go. So let's see how that'll help. I'm pretty sure it won't make my fortress slower, that's for sure. And another thing that we could do that might help, let's reduce the clutter here. So let's use DF hack, clean owned, and I'm using scattered X. So now this will put all the tattered items that are lying around everywhere to the trash. So this is quite a huge thing to do, but you know, it's better than waiting for this fortress to die. You know, the FPS has substantially lowered in the last couple of episodes. Look at them. They're not that fast, you know, as they usually are. But maybe they are also slow because they're holding rhyolite blocks. Who knows? I only know that I am quite happy that we're making that much progress here. I mean, look at us. So, more staircases. And another thing I meant to do was I wanted to tunnel down here so we can put up more a larger bucket brigade, you know? Because at the end of the day, I really hope that this might be something that will help us here. Okay. So, well. The whole army of brightness portals is now moving to destroy one little village with 10 people. I find that really, really not amusing anymore. But we can't change it. It's just a little. It just feels like overkill, mostly because it is, you know. But well, what can we do? There's no kill like overkill. So here we have yet more signals of wetness. So I'm also going to smooth these areas out. Water is among the most harmless things that we need to worry about. And we already saw here that there's a water pocket. But we have to get to that first. So here I don't have any clue what I'm getting myself into, but we just uncovered a fireball. Lucky us. Nobody had to die. This is always very, very helpful. Alright. So, really hope that this will help, because it's not only me. This fortress is running slower than usual. I do assume that there might be This place here might play some role in that regard. But I mean, I already did now what I could to change something about that. And here we have now also the procession of dwarves bringing their trash out. I don't know if this is really helping anything, reducing the total amount of items on the map, but, well, it surely won't make things worse, I'd say. But it's really, really noticeable that we're currently making that much slower progress here. Sadly, I really don't like that too much. So, but the good news, the Statuary came along still just fine. Isn't that something to be happy about? So, I got that slight feeling that as soon as we have taken care of enough of these animals out there, we will have no more FPS issues here. It's actually the first fortress of mine that has some sort of FPS issues here. I've never had that before, in all honesty. So we're going to radically reduce now the amount of animals here. I mean, I already put up a quite grand list of things to slaughter, but I think I'm going to go even further than I thought. I mean, every time I go in here, I see that there's still more stuff to be slaughtered. I bet that these animals are to blame. These beak dogs. That was, you know... Alright. So, most of the livestock of Shinmistum is ought to die now, and I think this should really change something. So... going to remove the Inky Howls from this mission, or, well, not possible anymore. Okay. Just figured that I'd be okay with that now, but... Now then. Oh yeah, we can now put some more pawns on there. Can't wait. I do need to click several times by now on some occasions. That's really, really annoying. The other option why this whole thing is stuttering could also be that that there's a ungodly amount of creatures in the subterrane. Well, luckily you can look these things up with dfhack, and I'm going to see how that actually is if we don't get the situation under control with mundane methods. I mean, currently the butchers are working hardcore here. Let's see. Do not have enough butchers workshops, if you ask me, for this kind of ordeal. So we're going to go and do ourselves a little bit of a favor here. Probably I'm going to raise down these after I'm done with it. Most likely I'm going to, actually. But, you know, for the current situation, it's just all we need. And so let's see. I'm gonna allow the meat on the stockpile here as well, so we have some place to put all that meat that we're going to stack up, because it's going to be quite a lot. So, well, this might now go two ways. We might be unleashing more water than we thought, but well, whatever. If I am unleashing lots of water, I'm actually happy about it. Okay. So, for some reason, the Inky Howls are not capable of leaving town today. It's always really, really horrible when you set up one of your missions and it just doesn't come together. Never. So let's see. Eton, Zigun, what are you guys doing? He's storing items in a stockpile? No, here. He's sleeping, yeah. That's a typical thing, you know. Alright. I'm smoothing out the Hall of Legends now. Because once the statues are in the niches, you can't be entering them anymore. There we go. Oh, I don't know why I totally forgot to put niches in here too. Not bad. Alright, this will look really, really nice once it's done. So can't wait to see what this is going to be. So let's see. You see, the motion of this dwarf is not as fast as I'd like it to be, you know. So we've got a handful of grundles here. So let's go for a good old-fashioned spring cleaning, shall we? I mean, I'll have such a huge body count by the end of this. I bet that my that the workshops will be full of miasma by the end of this, but you know, it is as it is. And the total amount of magma here is lowering and lowering. Do you see that? Awesome. So this way we can take care of these problems from above, so to say. It's a pretty good option because we will have a huge area here already cleared out, which will be extremely helpful for us. So I think this is a great thing. Alright, so we can now check out these already. And put a floorboard on top of that. So let's see. Mr. Fortification. Yeah, well. Not his fastest run, but at least we're getting done with things. So, and we see a constant notification stream of slaughtering. So, I am quite optimistic that we're going to be in a better area soon. Really curious to see how much of what will come out of that wall now. That's it's hard to tell. I hope it'll be water, because that will be really useful for this area here. But well, we'll see. That one can be mined as well. So there we go. More and more of those critters are being dealt with. And more of these super valuable gemstones are being acquired. You know, we got so many of these by now. It's extremely helpful. Yeah, here it goes. So, more fluid mechanics, not necessarily making the game faster, don't they? But the fun part is here that we are going to have some free water for this place here. Or do we? Yeah, here it goes. So it's creating free obsidian walls for us. There we go. I like that. There's a dirty cheap way of getting this job done here. Little to no effort. So, but oh, it's coming from above too. I was like, how the hell and why is there coming so much water? I started to be concerned for a moment, but yeah, it's all fine. The only problem there will be that we now got a pretty large, we got some basins, so to say, where the water will now stockpile, because we have to dry out that chamber up there too. But as a matter of fact, I'm actually quite pleased to see that, because that means we can now... Oh well, we won't mine through that. We're going to look through that first. You know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So I really hope that the big slaughtering protocol will help us out here. But I'm quite positive it will, because in a nutshell, we're currently getting rid of all the problems there. I mean, the situation was so bad that during the entire episode, none of these people here was able to leave the fortress. You know, that's just not as it should be. All right, and cool. There's even more water here, so we can work with that to actually quench the rest of that area there. Cool. So, my good friends, we're going to continue with that next time. I thank you so much for watching. I really hope that the wholesale slaughter that we're doing here will be doing something for the FPS performance, because you know currently the situation is just not really feasible anymore. But we do have some areas where literally a gigaton of entities are constantly colliding. So, well, probably getting rid of all these will help us out. Anyways, let me know in the comment section what you would do in such a situation, and of course, as usual, feel free to leave a thumbs up on that video. Your help is really welcome there, and next time we're going to continue our endeavors through the depths, and well, let's see what'll happen there. Leave a subscription on the channel, have a wonderful day, enjoy the gaming, and check out the playlist links down there. There's lots of the forgotten, lots of the Savage Lands there to go, so knock yourself out if you want to have more of that. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.